Today I'm going to show off a Seiko what I think is probably their best watch of the year. Let's get into it! Yes, and welcome to the Mad Watch Collector Show. And today, we're talking about a Seiko. And potentially, this could be Seiko's best release of 2025. Not only in terms of looks, but a new release with an overall package and price that is not far off the mark. Now, the last new Seiko I bought was the Seiko Speedtimer in the colours of the old 6139 Pogue. And I have to admit, that is one of the most worn watches I own. So easy to put on your wrist. Even though today's release is under the Speedtimer label, it's not a chronograph. However, it does have a little trick up its sleeve, or bezel. Now, Francis & Gay Jewelers were very kind enough to send me this watch for me to review, and I'll have to send it back. But wait, will it go back? Am I going to love this watch that much that I may want to buy it? And would you want to buy it? Remember, as I always like to say, you can never have enough Seikos. Are you Seiko Speedtimer ready? Let's go! So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the SPB 515J1. And if you've been a fan of the show long enough, you will know exactly why I wanted to see this watch. Because I don't know about you, but I am getting two references that come straight to mind. One, definitely the Bellmatic, Seiko's mechanical alarm watch, but also a couple of the 6139s, like the 6022, definitely has those looks to them. Now, this watch comes in two iterations, this beauty and a silvery white dialed version. Me personally, I picked this one because I think it looks the most vintage to my eyes. But what an absolutely stunning looking watch, team. For anyone that says Seiko just go and do the same old thing week after week, month after month, well, you're wrong. Because this is a phenomenal case I have never seen before, with, I might add, a pretty cool looking bracelet. Anyway, stainless steel all over, beautiful mirror polishing on the chamfered edges, radial brushing on the tops of the lugs. This puppy's dial is protected by a sapphire glass. Two big crowns on the right hand side. Yes, they aren't signed, but what new Seikos are. Very short lugs. This is gonna wear particularly on me very well. Love the little polished bezel. It's an absolute stunner of a watch, isn't it? First impressions, where's my checkbook? Quick spec check! So the case is 39.5mm in diameter. Thanks to its movement, it's just under 12mm thick, 44.5mm lug to lug, and a very strapaholic lug width of 20mm. Honestly, those specifications are music to my ears. As I said, the dial's protected by a sapphire glass, and it's not just a flat one. There is a slight dome curve to it. Very sophisticated, and gives that little warped vintage vibe along the outside of the dial. Now, both crowns are not screw in. We've got one at 3 o'clock that operates the time, and one at 4 o'clock that operates the inner rotating countdown bezel. However, with a screw down case back, this watch is water resistant to 200 meters. Far more than you need for an inspired racing watch. Now, the crown at 4 o'clock is very easy to operate. There is no ratchets to it, but it is very smooth. Onto the bracelet, and I gotta admit, I have never seen this style of a Seiko bracelet before. Slight Jubilee style that is connected using two small polished links. Unfortunately, the bracelet is held together using pin and collars, so you are gonna have some fiddly moments, but once you have adjusted it and fitted it and sized it, those links should never fall apart. We've got a very tidy looking clasp, double deployant, it's milled. We do only have two micro extension holes, but with the links being quite small, I think you're going to get a good fit with this watch. Overall, a bracelet that is more fitting to the price of this watch.
Take two.
Let's see a little more originality, shall we? Okay, let's look at the face.
Dial time.
And for me, this is Seiko at their absolute best. Taking inspiration from true icons from decades ago, and while using modern technology, just making something truly authentic and, pardon the pun, timeless. We have that sloping, rotating bezel, chapter ring, a beautiful silver stepped base that has the printed minute and seconds, with also the loom plots. Gorgeous applied indices that go over onto this matte circular finish. Applied Seiko logo, which I absolutely love. And look at that, the word Speedtimer. Funny how little features can make you go so giddy. We've got the Prospex logo below the hand stack, which I'm pretty fine about. I must admit, I am starting to get used to the date window not being at 3 o'clock and instead being at 4:30. It's very discreet. This is probably the best dial I've seen it done on, and with an absolutely exquisitely mastered faceted handset with loom in the middle and a great touch of orange marrying up to the 15-minute countdown on the bezel.
Could you just click that like button, please? It really helps the channel. Thank you.
So we've got loom on the indices, loom on the hands, and we've got loom on the countdown bezel triangle. Out of 10, how much does this puppy glow? And it is Seiko's Lumibrite technology. Remember, this is no diver, but in the dark, it looks like one. Okay, so operating this watch, I think it's new for a Speedtimer watch. It's the 6R55, which is the same movement you can find in King's Seikos. Sweeps away at 21,600 beats per hour, has a 72-hour power reserve, if you like that sort of thing, and is accurate to plus 25 or minus 15 seconds a day. Now, what annoys me about that is Seiko always give you the worst scenario, because after putting this on the time grapher, this watch was only losing just over a second a day. When a customer sees those accuracy tolerances like 25 seconds and then look at the price, things don't seem to add up. But remember, that's worst case scenario, and Seikos don't usually run that bad, especially 6R55s. Anyway, the winding, it feels like a Seiko. First position, you change the date. Second and last position, we change the handset. Very strong, nice purchase to it. We do have hacking, and it's an absolute dream to operate.
Hello.
On my 6.5-inch wrist, and wow, this is a very special watch. The case hugs the wrist so darn well. The bracelet feels so comfortable. I think this is one of the most attractive looking new Seikos I have seen in a long time. Darn you, Seiko, just when I thought I was coming out,
You pulled me back in.
So there we go, the SPB 515 Speedtimer. What do you think? Before you tell me, I haven't told you the price yet, have I? These watches are for sale right now on the Francis & Gay website for £850. Now let's take a deep think about that, shall we? For everything that Seiko brings out currently and the fact that prices are rising, £850. It doesn't sound too bad. But am I now numbed to these prices? Unique case, unique dial, and a very unique bracelet. And a 6R55, which is pretty much their top grade 3 Hz movement, ones that they keep for the King Seikos. It doesn't feel bad. There's other Seiko releases out there that do feel expensive or over expensive. This one, I don't think Seiko have got it massively wrong with the price. And good on them for not making it a limited edition. This is in the lineup for a long time. Me personally, I would definitely buy one of these over an Alpinist, which does have a rotating bezel, but in a compass format. I think this looks sporty, tooly, and if I was to own it, I would definitely try it on a couple of rubber straps, racing straps, something from Uncle Straps. This is a surefire win from Seiko, and after the barrage of Seiko 5 Sports iterations that keep coming at us left and right, week in, week out, this is a blessed relief. A show of strength that this brand is stronger than ever. So here it is, my wife's thoughts on the SPB 515 Speedtimer. It's a bit blingy. There's too much shine to it and it's a bit meh. I'm still gonna buy it. Thank you so much for Francis and Gay for sending this in. Should I buy it? Are you gonna buy one? Should we buy one together? Oh, this watch hobby, eh? Thank you so much for watching till the end. If you want a bit more of the Mad Watch Collector channel, we've got a Patreon page now. Behind the scenes footage, blooper reels, private group chat, and get your name credited at the end of every show like this lovely lot. But if I've got you for a few more minutes, and I think I have, why don't you check this out? This is a Seiko I got not long ago and it is magnificent. They need to bring this one back. Go on, click it, you'll love it. Go on, click it.